Why can't our camera people come in and film here?
It's private property.
My tax dollars are paying for this.
Your badge says FEMA, though. We're able to ask you that. Can we or no? Is that not allowed?
You can ask, but I don't have to answer.
I didn't get your name.
Whether you know.
I feel the public has a right to know what's going on.
You have a right to ask, and I have a right to not say.
There is a new administration coming in. You ever heard of Department of Doge? You ever heard of that before?
What are we getting at here, man? Because I'm trying to be polite.
We've told you, like, giving you a number to call.
This will give you.
You can't answer your question.
They're not gonna be honest with me. I'm telling you right now.
I am gonna have to ask police.
Are you gonna arrest me for asking a question? Oh, this is FEMA. Hello, I'm James O'Keefe, the journalist. I'm outside your camp in North Carolina. They told me I can't record and to call you.
We don't have any camps in North Carolina.
You have in the town of Candler, you have a massive facility. This is the additional responder lodging there in Candler Village.
That is the correct term. It is responder lodging. It is not a camp.
Okay.
So you have that information correct. It is responder lodging, not a camp. How else can I help you?
Well, I think that's a distinction without a difference to the American people. Strategic security. What is that? Strategic security was the name of the company that was guarding the lodging area, as you call it, lodging, right? We'd like to get some more information about strategic security because they had badges on that said FEMA, but they turned the badges around.
Strategic Security is the security company that is providing security services at responder lodging.
I see. Who awarded the contract?
Who would you say awarded the contract?
FEMA?
Okay.
Did FEMA award the contract to Security Corporation?
Are they offering security services at a FEMA facility?
We're asking the question.
I'm asking the question back.
I don't understand, ma'am. They gave me your number to get answers, so I'm trying to.
And I'm working with you here.
Good.
In recent months, many of our fellow.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. Just quickly before I talk about this video that I'm dropping, I just want to say sorry I haven't uploaded in a couple of days. It's been a hectic few days with some stuff that I had to do. But I'm dropping this video tonight just to get back into the swing of things. So don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. And if you can help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and my merch store. So the video that I'm dropping tonight, this is actually a part 2 that James O'Keefe put out about what's going on in North Carolina with FEMA and the Hurricane Helene victims. You know, it's been like a total blackout on the news, especially the mainstream media. But more and more information keeps coming out that a lot of these people out in North Carolina are truly suffering. Okay, they're truly suffering. And now when James O'Keefe goes to get information, okay, it's like even the security is giving him a hard time. Now, I don't understand why there is such things are so hush hush. Okay, I mean, they're making it seem more suspect the more they try to push people away from reporting about what's going on. Okay, and FEMA already has a bad track record, okay, with them doing dirty deeds. Now, I'm not saying that all the FEMA workers, okay, are doing things wrong, but you would think that they would have this open transparency so that if anybody wanted to ask questions, that they would get the answers, because FEMA will want the people to know that everything is on the up and up. Okay, so the more they have their workers trying to keep silent about things and not answer questions, and then they have these contractors coming in and doing the same, it just seems more diabolical every single time. Okay, so let's give it up to James O'Keefe. Go to his channel, check him out, give him a thumbs up, because what he does, okay, he does basically for humanity, regardless of who it is. he goes out there with his team and they try to get answers in order to uncover the corruption that a lot of this government and their government agencies have. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this and check it out, and I'll put more thoughts into it. Here we go.
And we have about a few more minutes. How else can I help you?
Well, what is your name?
My name is Nicole.
Nicole, could we get a tour of this lodging facility here in North Carolina?
You cannot get a tour of the lodging facility.
Why not?
So the answer to that question is no, and that is the final answer.
Is that your final answer?
We've been in the town all day and we haven't been able to see them working. So where are they doing the work if they're lodging there?
Carolina.
Can we get a tour of the areas where they're working?
No, you cannot.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Why
They're
not?
working in.
What's the problem?
We want to report on the good work that they're doing on the locations in North Carolina.
Hey, I can certainly send, if you send me an email and tell me what you're looking for, I will be happy to send you an update on the work that's happening in North Carolina.
We want to go film the work that's happening in North Carolina.
Unfortunately, that's not an option.
Okay, now two things real quick. Number one, I'm not the one putting in all these other extra movie clips. That was James O'Keefe doing his own editing. But that right there in itself, when he asked, can we go and, take a tour of the place, and he's being told no. See, these are the things that makes everything so damn suspect. And it's reminiscent of Hawaii, of Maui, of what happened in Lahaina with the fires. The way they kept closing off the fire zone, and to this day, okay, supposedly it's very hard to go in there and do some proper recording or interview anybody. And it's like, why? What is the big problem? Okay, because I've been, I've seen a lot of fires and all kinds of stuff go on, whether it's a car accident, fire, whatever the case is. And the people out in public that wind up going to those areas to find out what happened or what's going on, it's never this big, conspiracy where they got to keep it quiet. If there's a cop standing around and you ask them, they'll give you information, okay? Firefighters, whatever the case is. Why does FEMA keep everything so hush-hush when they go into these disaster areas? And I shouldn't say every single time, but it's just so suspect that two of the biggest major catastrophes that happened, the one in Lahaina, okay, and this one in North Carolina, how FEMA's involved and other agencies, and they're keeping everything quiet. And yet they don't want anybody to keep asking questions, or they try to censor you. And it's like, what is it that people are reporting that you need to censor? Okay, and if you ask me, I think that number one, FEMA is trying to cover up the actual body count, because people are talking about that the body count that FEMA put out, if you think about it, they're trying to keep it low like they did in Lahaina. But the truth of the matter is, to this day, there are hundreds of people still missing, and children, hundreds of children missing, okay, in Lahaina. And supposedly their locals in North Carolina are talking about that the death toll is actually in the thousands, okay? Whereas all the other reports are saying there's like 200, a little over 200. People are saying no. Whole towns and families, communities were swept away during that hurricane, during that storm, okay? So there's actually thousands of people missing, and they're saying it's because they're all dead. They all died during that storm. But let's continue.
Sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Are they actually working on the ground? Because if why I can't.
Would you like to receive a recovery update? If not, then I believe this conversation might be over.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore.
It sounds like Hal from the Space Odyssey. This conversation can serve no purpose. Hey, I'm gonna go film them working on the ground, whether you give me the permission or not.
All right, Hal. I'll go in through the emergency airlock.
But it'd be more helpful for me to just, if you could just tell me where they're working so I can go to those locations. You know?
Would you like an update on recovery? If so, you can send me.
What do you mean by update on
Happy to provide it.
What does that mean? Is that,
I'm going to, this conversation is over.
what does that mean, update on recovery?
If you would like an update.
What is
with
that?
Information about,
But
about what our teams have been doing and what the numbers are, I'm happy to do that. And you can send me an email.
We're a video-based journalism.
The conversation is over.
We're a video-based journalism organization. We don't get text,
Okay.
we get the video of what they're doing.
If you'd like to send me an email for an update on the numbers, I'm happy to provide it.
You can understand why the public is frustrated by this tone, this tonality of the conversation, clearly. We want to go on the ground and video record what's happening.
I am not going to randomly tell you where my staff is.
I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
Randomly tell me? I mean, I can go find out. You know, I could go find out. I'm just...
We're going to find that rather difficult.
Are we not allowed to record what's happening on the ground?
As I said, if you would like an update on what's happening in North Carolina and where the recovery stands, I'm very happy to provide that information.
See, it is frustrating what he's saying. What he's saying is actually true. Is very frustrating to the people. I've gone online and I've checked a couple of different websites, and the way the FEMA and the powers that be are putting out their report, it's almost as if, you know what, if you didn't really know the death toll, you might as well just believe that they're going to say only 10 people died, and there are, you know, thousands of people on the ground cleaning up, and they're already rebuilding, which is all false. Okay, it's all false, because everybody that's still putting out video, they're still complaining that FEMA is really nowhere to be found. People are building basically like their own makeshift bridges to get across certain areas, across certain roads. People are still trying to help each other out. People are actually still sneaking, trying to find ways to get to these areas in order to help, because they keep being stopped and their goods keep getting confiscated by FEMA. Which, again, and I've made videos about this, and a lot of people are asking the same question that have made videos. Why are they taking supplies away if they know that, especially now in this time where the weather's getting colder, winter's upon us, it's like, why are you stopping these people from getting help? So many people are living outside in tents, okay? I, for the life of me, cannot understand how it's been, what, 2 months? Something like that? Where are the military helicopters bringing in and dropping supplies, lumber, and stuff like that, where they could start building on sturdy ground to start helping these people get inside? I mean, it's ridiculous. As a matter of fact, there's a viral video going out of this woman in her 70s, okay, where her apartment got flooded. FEMA won't help her, okay? She's got no family, okay? No one to help her. FEMA doesn't want to help her, and I seen the video this morning, so I'm assuming the video came out like Friday or something like that, if I remember correctly. But she said that the day before she made the video, that they took her to court, and the court sided with her being evicted, so she has a week to get out. The sheriff's department is going to come and evict her to hand her the papers. Within 24 hours, she has to get out. And this woman is crying on her video saying, I have nowhere to go. FEMA won't help me. They won't help me find a place. Nothing. She doesn't have the money. Nothing like that. And it is just so damn aggravating, okay, with what this government is doing and how they're treating Americans. And yet, and I'll keep saying it until I'm blue in the face and beyond, they spend more money on illegal immigrants coming into this country illegally. They have spent billions upon billions, and they're still spending billions of dollars on all these illegals and sending money overseas to different countries, especially like Africa, sending them over $1 billion to help out people that are destitute, and yet you can't even go and help out Americans, and then you try to keep it all quiet. It is just simply ridiculous. And you know what? Donald Trump and his crew cannot get into the White House any faster. But let's continue.
Well, you can send me the information.
I think the conversation is over.
You've said the conversation is over 6 or 7 times at this point.
I'm going to tell you in about 10 seconds, I am disconnecting this call.
Well, sure. Send me an email. Here's my email address. Ready?
No, you can send an email to the news box. I'm sure you have that.
How many responders are on the ground here in North Carolina? Nicole, what's your last name? What's your last name?
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Nicole?
Al?
Unbelievable.
Al?
What?
Great conversation, and I will respond to your email.
Nicole?
I'm just
Al? Al?
disconnecting this call.
Nicole?
Thank you. Have a nice night.
Nicole? Nicole?
Unbelievable.
Nicole? Hal?
You know, I have a quick question. Where do these government agencies find all these people that can work and act so corrupt? Okay. You know, you're talking thousands of workers that work for different agencies in the government, and it just seems like, depending on which administration's in power, it's like they know exactly which ones to do their bidding when it's always like just some corrupt administration in power. They can find these people, okay, to go and just treat you know, their fellow Americans like this. I mean, they're just a bunch of heartless goblins, man.
Hal? 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 Did she put me on mute? Open the pod bay doors.
Hal.
Called the line and they didn't give us the information that we needed.
Okay, well, I can't give you anything, man. Do I really look like a PR guy? Yeah, look, you can't film here, man.
We can't film right here?
No.
We can't film.
No.
Okay.
We told you this yesterday.
We just want to know where the cars are going.
Okay,
When they
look,
leave.
that's what the number's for. If they didn't give you the information you want, then I'm sorry.
They didn't give us the information, no.
Okay, well,
Now that we
we're gonna
do-
have to go.
It just seems like another cleanup. The same thing that happened in Maui, the way they were letting their own vehicles in, they had everything closed off. They're doing the same thing here, the way they're closing it. If you can look back here, the fencing is all closed off. That looks like barbed wire. It's like, why? Listen, I understand you don't want people to go in and get hurt because of what's going on, but chances are the people that are going in, number one, are the people that live there, the survivors, so they know the terrain. They are taking a chance, okay? I mean, you can easily make them sign a slip and say, listen, sign this slip so like that, if anything happens to you, we're not held responsible. I guarantee you, every single person will sign that slip and say, you know what? I'm going in there with goodness in my heart to try to help out my fellow community member. But then, you know, you have these organizations that go and give out contracts, okay, to like these goons, and I call them goons, and people may say, well, you know, that's not right. They're just doing a job. I don't want to hear that they're just doing a job. Okay, nobody in their right mind goes to a disaster area to do security and then just treat people like crap and keep people out and not give out information that could potentially open up people's eyes more and help them be more sincere to what's going on and help out more, or to at least know that, you know what, if we get the information out and let them see it firsthand that it's dangerous, it'll only bring in more professionals instead of just people walking in aimlessly and getting hurt. I mean, there's so many ways that they can do this, but it just seems more and more suspect. Okay? And if you ask me, they're going in there to clean up so like that they can cover up the numbers all over again like they did in Maui, saying that the death toll was this little and not this much. Okay? But like I said, the truth will come out. It will come out. It's going to take some time, but it will come out. Let's continue.
Man, we told you this yesterday.
We're going to have to go.
Yeah, you are.
All right, here.
So-
Go in the car. Here.
Unreal. He says he sent an email to that lady. It says, hi, following up from our phone call from last night, as I am James O'Keefe's producer, and we were hoping to get an on-camera update on the recovery efforts around North Carolina. Please advise any availability. Yeah, good luck on that. Weeks later, still no response. Not surprising. Definitely not surprising at all. But like I said, this is a part 2 that he made. The part 1 I didn't look into. I'm going to try to look into that tonight or tomorrow. Maybe I'll drop a video on that, and we'll take it from there and see what else, you know, we missed. And I'm sure that we missed a hell of a lot. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, people, there you have it, man. You know, even somebody like James O'Keefe, who him and his crew are really good in finding out information. It's all tight-lipped up in North Carolina, okay? And you know, it's very disheartening that they would do this. And like I said, you know, Donald Trump and his administration cannot get in any quicker into the White House, so they can start sending people out there. And I truly hope to God that he sends someone out there to find out exactly what's going on, okay? Because the truth is the truth no matter what. And if any organization, I don't care what company, you know, is trying to take over the land, whoever it is, you know, you have to be one total heartless, demonic person in order to want to cover up the deaths of so many just so you can make money off of it and take over somebody's land, or whatever the case is, okay? These people are just straight up demonic. And like I said before, how, you know, depending on the administration that comes into the White House, how they can hire so many people to do their dirty work is beyond me. It truly is. These are people that are just heartless, and it's amazing, okay? It's amazing how so many could be hired. Just so people understand that, you know what? That your next door neighbor could be one of these people that act this nefariously towards others. And they just keep it quiet. Okay? And it's really, really sickening. It truly is. It truly is. But that's what I got for you. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. And if you can help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and my merch store. Also, people, please check your notifications. Make sure that bell is on. If you're not getting any of the videos, like I've been saying my last couple of videos, I'm not getting the views for some reason. It's like I don't know what's going on with the algorithm. I mean, it was at a point where they will push it out thousands of times. Now it's a couple of hundred. My last few videos, I have not had one video, at least my last 4 videos, I have not had one video pushed up more than 500 times. And regardless of the content, but you know what? Listen, freedom of speech is freedom of speech, okay? And that will always reign, regardless of whatever information, okay? And if not by me, it's going to be by somebody else who's going to put it out. Either way. So if you can help support the channel, please do. And definitely what really helps support the channel, if you can pass my channel around, get other people to join, watch the videos, do all that good stuff, and let's keep this movement and this channel and this family growing. So remember, people, stay vigilant, keep praying for each other, keep praying for the women and the children, pray for your enemies, pray for this country, and pray for Donald Trump. Peace.